Yes, you read the title right. Apparently, Robert Downey Jr. is in talks with Warner Bros. Studios to play Thomas Wayne in the DCEU in the Flashpoint movie. So, let's get into it. So, what is good, YouTube? What's you here? If you are new to the channel, make subscribe to never miss any videos. At the 100,000 subscriber marker, we'll be giving away a PS4 Pro or an Xbox One X or a Switch. So, hold up, guys. So, these headlines have been on various websites over the last few days, and I didn't really want to cover this story, but then I started to think it could be pretty interesting, and maybe he could play Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint storyline. Maybe, because guys, Robert Pattinson is the Batman. Colin Farrell, the same guy that played the coach in The Gentleman, is playing Penguin. Anything is possible in the movie world. So let's go over the reports. So, we're getting the standard reports that Robert Downey Jr. is going to have a cameo role in the Black Widow movie this year. But this isn't really new news because they're not new scenes. So this is all fabricated from a movie called Doolittle. Okay, Doolittle had a budget of $175 million and it turned over $181 million according to boxofficemojo.com. So it's made the production back, but it hasn't actually broken even yet. But it will just about break even, because then you've got to chuck marketing on top of that. So it probably, with DVD releases and stuff like that, it probably will break even. But let me tell you this, guys. Robert Downey Jr. has that much money, he does not need to come back to Marvel. He does not need to work for the rest of his life. Robert Downey Jr. has a lot of work. And if you listen to the Joe Rogan podcast he was on, Joe Rogan was like, why don't you come back? He's like, maybe not, probably not. If it's the right position, the right role. So, and then you see these headlines coming out. It's almost like people are fabricating this story because Doolittle did bad. I mean, I thought it was okay. It wasn't great. It wasn't bad. It was fine. Nothing special. So you've got to do all the adding up here. So if Doolittle flops, then you get these websites saying stuff like Robert Downey Jr. reportedly on talks on hold because he wants too much money. So he's got an appearance in Black Widow, but it's a flashback. It's old archive footage, so he hasn't physically been in to shoot more scenes. So apparently Robert Downey Jr. is asking somewhere, I don't even believe these numbers. Apparently Robert Downey Jr. is asking from somewhere from $50 million to $100 million to appear in any given Marvel movie in the future. But this is ridiculous, guys. This really is. Because most movies have a budget of $200 million, unless it's something like Tenet or Inception, which had a crazy budget, or something like that. It's got to be something really big like EndGame or Infinity War. So you're telling me Robert Downey Jr. is literally asking more than 25% of most production costs for movies. Because if you look on average, most movies are made for under $200 million. So these websites are suggesting that talks with Robert Downey Jr. returning to the MCU are on hold because he wants over $50 million, which makes no sense because he's got that much money. Not only that, is next year he is back in Sherlock Holmes 3 as, obviously, Sherlock Holmes, co-starring with Jude Law and Rachel McAdams. So he's definitely got this role, Sherlock Holmes 3. So all of a sudden people seem to think that he's broken. He hasn't got like multiple houses. He hasn't got all this stuff. I get it, guys. I really get it. Actors love to work all the time. But for these websites to come out and say stuff like, yeah, he wants to come back to Marvel instantly because he's not got enough money and he wants to make as much money playing another role. Guys, just chill. These are fabricated. So it is interesting because, as you know, Sherlock Holmes is made by Warner Bros. And also Village Roadshow Pictures and Silver Pictures. So essentially it's made by Warner Bros. So Robert Downey Jr. has a good relationship with Warner Bros. Because he's working with them on ample projects before, guys. Now, Robert Downey Jr. isn't just known for Iron Man. He's well known for the Sherlock Holmes movies as well. And he's done a bunch of other movies. So to say that he's going to run back to Marvel less than a year after EndGame. EndGame came out in April. It's now the following year, February. So reports are out there. But reports are only as good as the person or the publication posting them. Now, I've not seen any reports on viable websites. There's no Variety. There's no Forbes. There's no IBM or anything like. There's no major website. Now, these websites, I'm not going to give creditation because they kind of report website stories on everything. But the only reason I'm making this is because I think it would be really interesting if Robert Downey Jr., who apparently is also in talks with DC to play a major role. Now, the only role that I could think of is he could play Thomas Wayne in the Flashpoint movie because it's going to be different. Andy Muschietti is making the Flashpoint movie, which is going to star the Reverse Flash, apparently, and it's going to have Mirror Master and a bunch of other people in it. So this is coming from the same sort of websites where it's saying that because Robert Downey Jr. is demanding too much money, these meetings are they're on hold. They are holding the money because Kevin Feige won't pay Robert Downey Jr. as much money as he wants. He died. He literally died in the movie. So I can't understand why. I mean, on this certain website, it's third on trending. I honestly can't understand why this is even a thing. He's asking for too much money. I doubt he's asking for too much money. He is a prestige actor. Just because Doolittle did bad doesn't mean he's going running. So let's get back to the point. So I think Thomas Wayne would be the perfect role for my boy Robert Downey Jr. to play. That would be such a cool role because he wouldn't really need to be in the movie that much, would he? Because as we know in the Flashpoint storyline, if we ever get the Ezra Miller Flash, but seeing as Ezra Miller Flash did a cameo role in the Flash Crisis on Infinite Earth crossover, it's looking like this movie will go ahead and it's meant to come out in 2022. Yeah, not next year, the year after. The year after the Batman's 2022. Because obviously in this storyline, Thomas Wayne's actually Batman. So he could be Batman and it would be freaking funny. It would be really cool and it wouldn't do anything. Now, there is this stigma that if Robert Downey Jr. ever plays another superhero role again, it would tarnish his role. And every time you see him play this role, you're going to be seeing Iron Man. Well, you know, Ryan Reynolds played Green Lantern and now he plays Deadpool to the point where if you see him in any other superhero role, you're just looking at, you know, Deadpool, the Deathstroke ripoff, aka Wade Wilson, the ripoff from Slade Wilson, Deathstroke. But yeah, it would be interesting. I really would love to see Robert Downey Jr. in a DC movie because I think DC's killing it. Fair enough, Birds of Prey, it was a hit and miss for most people, but generally, Marvel is getting their ass handed to them at the moment by DC. I really think they are. Shazam, Joker, Aquaman, really cool movies. R-rated, edgy Joker movie. Can't wait for the sequel if they ever do it. So, let me know. Do you think this is just horse stuff? Because it just doesn't make sense. Robert Downey Jr. and Marvel reportedly put on hold because he wants too much money. Guys, he wants too much money. What? For an artificial AI voiceover role? Because let's be honest, if Riri Williams, aka Ironheart, is going to come to the MCU and be in the Young Avengers in the next 5 years, yeah, he could play the AI version inside the suit, a voice role. He's not going to be asking for $50 million for talking into a microphone like I am right now, is he? No. Because that's realistically all he's going to get. As we know, Kang the Conqueror is going to be coming because your boy Warshu dropped the exclusive over a week ago saying that Kang the Conqueror is coming now. All these insiders and other people are claiming they said it first when no, I kind of said it after the Loki trailer came out because it looks like that. That's at least that's a theory. So he's not going to be charging Marvel $50 million to do a voiceover role. Now, as we know, time traveling is going to be a big part of the Marvel Cinematic Universe going forward. So, yeah, if they wanted to bring him back, they could do. But do you really think RDJ is asking for up to $100 million just to come back? No, he would not do that. And Doolittle didn't flop. Like I said, he's got Sherlock Holmes 3 coming out with Warner Bros. As well. So he's got other work. He's got a relationship with Warner Bros. because he's worked with them ample time. So, like this website reporting that he's in talks to play a DCEU role. Cool. I really hope that is going to happen. I would really love that. But seeing as the website that's reporting it, I don't believe it's true. But if he wanted to, I'm pretty sure they could accommodate him. I mean, there are other titles he could be. Like I say, he could be Thomas Wayne in Flashpoint. So it could be interesting. He could do that. He could play a villain. He could literally be anyone. So it would be interesting if they do that. And I really hope they do. Like the Suicide Squad movie with James Gunn. It's got very different actors in for a DC movie. Like John Cena, Idris Elba, a bunch of people who have never played a role inside the DC before. So could Robert Downey Jr. do it? Sure. But is the door closed on RDJ? No, but it needs to make sense. He literally said on Joe Rogan that only if the story was right and he doesn't really want to come back, it would ruin the ending to EndGame. He also said in an interview for Doolittle with his wife. She trolled the internet saying, oh my god, that's going to be a headline now, when they basically made out he was coming back, but he was fucking trolling. I mean, they're introducing the Fantastic Four, like X-Men, etc. He doesn't need to come back, but it sure as hell isn't about money. So the only reason I'm doing this is because I want him to play Thomas Wayne, aka Batman, in the Flashpoint universe, because I just think that would be fascinating. So let me know down below, guys. This video is for you. So hopefully you like the image. I found a cool image of Robert Downey Jr. as Thomas Wayne, aka Batman, so I think it's pretty cool. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment, and I will catch you in another video. But guys, this isn't factual. This is just like websites and reports, if you want to use that terminology. Technically, it is a report, but there's not much evidence because it just says, a source close to a source close to we were right about this. Doesn't really say a lot, but it makes for a freaking epic topic point. So like always, guys, please like, subscribe, and comment. I'll catch you in another video very soon. Catch you later.